Hi everyone, I'm Victoria Green, Fashion Director of Modern Wedding, and we're here for the 2011 fashion showings. And I'd like to introduce you to a wonderful designer, Pina from Fiorenza. Pina, can you tell us a bit about your designs?
One of the things that is my love and my passion is to be a little bit different and do something always outside the square.
What I've noticed, Pina, about your range is it's so diverse. So it looks like you've got gowns that are for your younger 20-year-old, but then going into your more mature bride. Is that how you look at designing your gowns, that you cater for all different types of needs?
Absolutely. One of the feedback that we get very often from all the stores is that they like at the 18-year-old who's just out of college and she's got a sweetheart, love of her life, and she will marry that guy young. A lot of other girls will go into careers, so there's a real gap between the very young and the more mature bride.
There are so many different brides out there, and I imagine that sometimes they don't know what they want and sometimes they do.
Yes.
How do you change, or how do you differentiate from going to something quite beaded to choosing different fabrics? Where is your inspiration from?
Absolutely. That's a really deep question for me, because designing for me is fabric. Fabric talks to you, fabric tells you the way it wants to go. If you have silk and it's luxurious already, then you work with silks, you work with tailoring of silks. While with softer fabrics, then you let it go, you let them just be like they used to be in the 1920s. The beading for me is a very particular thing, because it's actually called shading. It shades your body to less here, for instance, in this one, and heavier there, and heavier around the bust where people want more attention.
So Pina, can you just give us some examples of the different fabrics that you use?
The diversity of the range is that when a gown is more traditional, then you will use things that were used in that kind of tradition. If it's a 1950 gown, then you know to use more silks and chills, which in 1950 chill was really quite big. One of the fabrics that I have loved and done very well with it is this new Italian stress satin, which is a beautiful fabric. It's a very fashionable fabric. You can go to nothing, you can crunch it up, or you can just drop it. This is your middle 20s to 30s look. This is very 20s, this is very 20s, and it gets a little bit bigger as the time went on. One thing that I love is texture and texture fabrics, and working with texture fabrics. Like this little one here, that I call him a little bird cage, because it's got feathers inside the little cage.
That's gorgeous, Pina.
And that's so cute, and it's very modern, but it's beautiful for beach wedding, very soft. And it's like you're wearing almost a piece of jewellery, not a gown. Now this one is an interesting gown because it touches tradition and it's also a little bit modern too at the same time.
Now this gown, what is this called, Pina?
This gown is called Emanuela. I think it's that European influence that I love in my designing, and the names usually goes with that look. Coco Chanel's real name was Gabriella Emanuela, so it's really that really soft look, but glamour of today.
And when is it going to hit stores?
It is in stores now.
Fantastic. Well, don't forget to go and look out for Fiorenza's range in stores soon.